Well, in other news this morning, once a Gucci store, it is now a house of worship. The Soho Synagogue in New York City caters to young people who just can't relate to the traditional temple. The designers say young Jews are put off by a style that smacks of their parents' Judaism, be it wooden pews or stained glass sanctuaries. They hope that their infusion of the ancient and futuristic will attract new followers. Doug Schottenstein and Davina Rosenbaum from the Soho Synagogue join me now. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So basically, how is the Soho Synagogue different from most synagogues?
Well, I think you touched on it, saying that, there's people that are looking for something different, whether it's just not connecting to the traditional regular synagogue setups. The Soho Synagogue is really a reinvention of a traditional synagogue. It's welcoming to everyone. It really brings in the modern aspect of, young professional affiliated Jews that live downtown that needed a place to go to be able to, communicate and to socialize and to entertain.
Right. So many people who don't know New York are maybe not familiar with Soho, but Soho is a very trendy kind of place. I do know that there is a synagogue in Wall Street. There's a Wall Street synagogue. It's very, I think it's Orthodox, actually. So the Soho Synagogue, is it conservative? Is it Reform? Is it Orthodox? I mean, in terms of its, doctrine, what would it be?
The beauty of the Soho Synagogue really is that our Rabbi Dovi Shiner has a very traditional background. Very observant, as is his wife, but he's very inclusionary, he's very inclusive. He'll be happy to speak with and worship with Reform Jews, conservative Jews, Orthodox Jews. It's nice to have that backbone of tradition, but it's also very inclusive. The first time I went to a service, I recognized that he has the background to run an Orthodox service, but I think what makes it more meaningful is it, instead of it being a didactic service, it becomes more conversational, and the conversation makes the whole service more meaningful. So I think anyone who's open to spirituality would definitely be welcome at Soho Synagogue.
And we were just seeing some photos of the synagogue, and it does look a little different from the normal. I mean, I think a lot of people, most of the people are probably Christian or spiritual, or they really have never been in a synagogue and they don't know what it's supposed to look like. But this definitely doesn't look like any synagogue, even from the outside or inside. Explain this photo. What are we seeing here?
I mean, right now you're seeing an image of, it's actually black, thin painted lines going down the front, which it's just, there's going to be a light shining on the window that reflects the light going onto the street. So it just shows a welcomeness, like everyone's welcome. The neighborhood,
Sure.
Come on in, come check out this synagogue. And you're right, it's not the traditional synagogue. It's not what people would think, oh, this is a synagogue. But it's the reinvention of what the new generation will see a synagogue
there are
as.
a lot of young Jews who are really kind of more cultural Jews, and they haven't really grasped the actual faith, the doctrine of the faith, and they haven't come home. Is this going to help them recapture that faith? I mean, to really believe in the faith, not just be a cultural Jew, but really to be a living and breathing, living out your faith kind of Jews.
Right. I think you can see from the picture, the message is very similar to what we grew up with, but it's just delivered in a more inspiring way. And Dovi, our rabbi, says that there are basically three pillars of the synagogue: education, spirituality, and the social aspect of it. And they all work hand in hand. So someone who might not be a traditional Jew or a very observant Jew could come to our Friday evening services and I think feel very at ease, maybe initially respond to the social aspect of it, but then transition into getting to be more spiritual, learning about the Jewish message as well. And I think that's what makes it very appealing, and why probably over the last 5 to 7 years we've had over 10,000 unique participants. Wow. Each participant probably finding what he or she finds most valuable, and any of those three or all of those three tenets could be appealing to a vast group of people.
Yeah, because what's been missing from the Jewish life in terms of getting back into service? What has been missing, you think?
I think the fact that there hasn't been a place where people felt comfortable, for people to just express themselves, to feel that there are other people just like them that are either away from home or in their home, but just haven't felt a sense of community. And being part of and attending a lot of the events and meeting Dovey and Essiem being involved, you really get that feeling of welcomeness. It's fun. The events are fun. It's not like your typical set of going to a service. You know, it's really a different feel all around.
Oh, it's wonderful. We're looking at some wonderful pictures, and it's called the Soho Synagogue, and it is. You have a website, right?
Yep.
What is it? What is your website?
SohoSynagogue.org.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's on 43 Crosby Street, and we're very excited about the installation of the Torah coming within a couple weeks. And from that point on, open invitation, Fridays at 8 p.m., service that encompasses, like we talked about, spirituality, also a social atmosphere, and some education.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Davina Rosenbaum and Doug Schottenstein.
Thank you very much.
I want to see
It's
Schottenstein.
perfect.
All right. Thank you very much.